National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's gonna be a good one. And it comes your way next.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys in the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year two, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
That one into the hands of Downs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On first down, it's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Madison gets it from the pistol. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. That's caught downfield by Tucker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Abdullah. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. This one into the hands of Marshall. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Josh Downs now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready now for their second drive. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's into traffic, but taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Raiders with the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll go here with Madison. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Marshall is on the move. On 1st down, here's Minshew. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the gun, here's Minshew. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run with Madison. And he will dive into the end zone. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, this is Downs. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. From the gun, Richardson. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Throwing, Richardson. And he will get into the end zone. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. He'll He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the air once more is Minshew. He's got it inside the 5. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Minshew going to look to throw again. Good blocking, and he's in. Gardner Minshew. Touchdown, Vegas. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will get out in front, 17-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, this is Downs. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts. 1st and 10. Now Richardson looking middle, and he's got Downs. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Richardson gonna look to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Richardson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Anthony Gould was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That one good for 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion here is Tucker. Now Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try and throw with Minshew. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That one into the hands of Downs. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense.
That one, taken in. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, it pays off for a touchdown.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll toss this one out to Madison. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Madison. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down is Minshew. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
1st and 10. Minshew. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run Abdullah. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
3rd and 5. Minshew going to look to throw. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to take the lead here in the 4th. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That one complete to Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. In motion comes Pittman. Try the jet sweep heading right. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On second down, Richardson. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
He'll run again. And he will score. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Abdullah now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Look wide, get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Minshew. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Marshall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's second down and 3. From the gun, here's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To throw once more, here's Minshew. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Here's first down. Minshew going to look to throw again. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
So it's a win for the Colts. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.